Hi, this is Matthew. I think I will do a video on my top 10 favorite James Bond movie themes. Thought I would do that one. I'm a big fan of the movies, read some of the books. My favorite Bond is Sean Connery. I think we'll go through my top 10 themes in, of course, 10 to 1 order. And number 10 for me is going to be Goldfinger. That was performed by Shirley Bassey. Really great song. The first one with all of the kind of sci-fi elements starting to creep in that kind of make the movies what they, have been. Great score, great performance from her and everybody. Number 9 is going to be Diamonds Are Forever, also performed by Shirley Bassey. She did 3 themes. Moonraker is the other one. That's farther down my list. I do like it, though. Those two are so good. She's gone now, unfortunately. But she got to do 3 themes. No one has done that since, actually. I guess the only repeat performances of a Bond theme was her. Number 8 would be Thunderball that Tom Jones did. That's really good. That one kind of gets in my brain every once in a while. He's such a good performer anyway. Still going strong there. I was able to watch The Voice UK this year, and he was on there as a judge, and he sang some, so he sounds pretty good still. Got it going on over there. Yeah, I was able to get onto ITV and watch that with VPN. Glad I did. He was, I don't think his person, no, his people didn't win. Nobody on his team won, but he did got, I know the final he did, they did a thing where they performed with their person in the final. He did a gospel song with them. Really good. Good stuff. Number 7. I remember my list now. Is going to be. Let me double check myself here. I think I might have spaced my list out. That's not good. Just a second. Let me think about that a moment. Yeah. Let me think about that a moment. I will be right back. Now I'm back. Okay. I had to think about it for a minute. Number 7 is going to be No Time to Die that Billie Eilish did. It's just kind of a very different performance. I saw that she'd done it, and I pulled it up before the movie, and I really liked it. That was the most recent Bond movie. I really liked it. Just very different. Which also goes with number 7, or number 6, I should say. The Writings on the Wall that Sam Smith performed. Just a very different kind of theme. I do like it, though. A lot of people didn't. I was one that did. Happened to like it quite a bit. Just, again, different performance. I do like some of his stuff. His later stuff I've not cared for. His first few albums and stuff, I kind of liked some of the stuff I'd heard from them on the radio and other places. But I do like this one quite a bit. And number 5, Writings on the Walls from Spectre. Let me put that in there. That was what that one was. He did it for that movie. Number 5 is Skyfall by Adele. Just a great performance of that one. Again, some of these have a lot of good string and other instrumental parts in them too, but vocally it's good. She's just a good solid performer anyway. I do like that one quite a bit. And then, number 5, I keep messing my numbers up. 4 is going to be Goldeneye by Tina Turner. That was the first Bond movie I ever saw in full. I had seen bits of earlier ones on TV with my dad, just they were on. But never really watched one until that one. That was the first Pierce Brosnan movie also. But that was the first real Bond theme that I really heard. That's always stuck in my head. There was some random, like, fashion awards or something. She performed it on that. I forget. It was on VH1. Some kind of weird, kind of slightly unusual award show. I think it was a repeat of it because it was in the afternoon. And those are always at night. It was one time after school that Brett had flipped over there, and my brother, and he saw her perform that on there. It was probably a rerun of it from several days before. But yeah, just probably my first ever Bond theme. It just sticks in my head. Yeah, back in '95 when I first heard that. Number 3 is The Living Daylights, performed by a-ha. Just a very catchy tune. Neat kind of 80s keyboards and drums and stuff in it. Good performance by the 2 vocalists on that one that they had in that band. And yeah, just gets in my head a lot. I don't like those drums they use. I don't know what kind of drum machine or what those were, but it just sounds nice. Even better on the Blu-ray. When I had a soundbar hooked up, it sounded really nice on that from the disc. Number 2 is definitely A View to a Kill that Duran Duran performed. Really solid piece. Some great 80s synths and stuff going on in there. Good performance. Just very catchy tune. Gets in my head a lot. And number 1 is, I'm probably biased, but Live and Let Die by Paul McCartney and Wings. Beatles connection, of course. My favorite band. George Martin did the arrangements, their producer when they were a band. All those nice brass and strings, and just great song anyway, even if it wasn't in a movie. I don't know what it charted at, but just love that song so much. I know my dad would crank that one. Come on. Just a really great tune. I like the Guns N' Roses cover too, that they did. I think others have probably done it too. I think somebody on the Voice UK did it this season. I hope I can watch other seasons. The VPN can't decide whether it wants to block or not block ITV's website, so hopefully we'll get more. Ignore these sirens on the background. That is a monthly tornado siren test. If that gets in here, nothing's happening, but it's 10 o'clock, and they always go off at 10. So if you hear weird sirens, that's what's going on. You can kind of hear them from outside, even though I'm upstairs. They kind of hit the roof, and they hit the windows from the downstairs store there. So yeah, ignore those. Yeah, just a great song that they did. And of course, the Guns N' Roses cover is also, I think, worth hearing if you haven't. A little different. There's probably some other covers I'm not thinking of it, but I just love that song so much. It's great, plus the Beatles connection. And I believe George Martin did the rest of the score for that movie, the instrumental music and such. Last I checked, was not available to stream, sadly, so I don't get to hear all of those things without the dialogue and sounds on them, to really hear how they sound on there. But I may look again. Some of those, there were a couple of Bond soundtracks that weren't available when I was going through them on there, but they may be on there now on Apple Music. I hope they are. I may go looking again and see. There's about, I think, 2 or 3 that weren't there at the time, that they might be there now. Because I really wanted to hear that one especially, just because I know who, George Martin did such wonderful string stuff and arranged stuff for the Beatles and all kinds of stuff that they would never have thought of. Like, oh, that's cool, we should go with that. And then they would, later on came up with their own stuff. But he started them on there, like discovering that you could make other different sounds or instruments that you maybe would not have thought of in a song somewhere. But yeah, those are my top 10 James Bond themes. Let me know what yours are in the comments. Obviously, I could go farther down. It would take me longer to think about, but I could go farther down. There's so many good themes anyway. There's no right or wrong order, really. It's basically a preference. I will say my least favorite probably is Madonna's Another Day theme. I like bits of it. I just don't care for that period of Madonna much. The Ray of Light period. The only thing I like from that period is Beautiful Stranger from the Austin Powers soundtrack. That's the only thing I like at all from her later stuff. It's just not my thing. Maybe it's yours and that's great, but just not mine. I do like that one. I was the whole kind of almost 60s vibe it has. I don't know. I just like it. It's really real earworm, as they say. Gets in your head. Yeah, that's my least favorite Bond theme. I do like. There's one little stringy kind of keyboard thing I do like in it, but there's not really the song just doesn't do much. It doesn't really go anywhere. Like, it does have strings in it, which I do like. Some of the arrangements in the back of her vocals. The song doesn't go anywhere. That's what I don't like about it. If the song was, I don't know, better constructed, I don't know how to even phrase it, but I would probably like it better. That's probably my least favorite out of all of them. I wouldn't say I hate it or something. I just don't like it as well as others. I like parts of it, but vocally it just doesn't really do much, and there's too many weird effects on the voice, and I don't know. But that's the thing she was doing at that time. But I don't know. But that'd be my least favorite if I had to pick a least favorite. As I said, I don't hate it. It just not as good as the other ones. If it had been done differently, the movie's great. It's fairly good. It's different. I think, they tried to get him too serious. Bond was too serious in that movie. And then they had made the Craig ones. And I don't know what'll happen now with it. I don't know who will be Bond or when we'll have a new Bond movie, but they did, I guess, the Broccoli family got tired of dealing with Amazon. They just finally gave it to Amazon and MGM to do now. I don't know if they'll work with Sony on the next ones like they have been. And those are the first audio-described movies, the Daniel Craig's. Well, his second one onwards were, at least over here. But as far as we don't get any description really until Skyfall, but digitally, though, that was on disc. Digitally, you can with Quantum of Solace, but they have never put out the Casino Royale from 06 has never had an audio description here. If you can play UK DVDs, you can get that one imported, but you'll have to have a Region 2 player, whereas at least digitally you can get Quantum of Solace onwards with description. They've been done, though. I know they've been on HBO on Max, but they came and went so fast I didn't get to hear any of it. I don't know who they used. I wish they would just put all those tracks on iTunes so I could listen to them, because I totally would, but they had a whole bunch, and if they ever come back, I'm just going to have to watch them, apparently. I don't know if they had all of them. I can't remember, but that kind of strays up my topic a little bit, but it's related, I suppose. But I think I will wrap this up, though. Those are my top 10. And what are your top 10s, as I said? Please give them in the comments if you'd like. Be kind of fun to see what people's lists are. They may vary quite a bit from mine, and some may be the same. If you want to keep going down the list, feel free. Also, if you want to rank all of them, feel free. That would be interesting too to look at. Go, oh, that's interesting. Maybe putting things where I wouldn't have thought to put them in different orders. Could be fun to read. I think that'll do it for now. I will see you guys in another video.